So one of the only issues now with this bike is the lights. If I turn the lights on, there's no instrument illumination. So I'm going to do them one clock at a time. I think what you have to do is undo these. That's what I'm going to do. Undo these dome tops and lift the clock clear of the mounting. So size is number 8. And upside down, so remember which way they go. It's very good, isn't it? Now then, let's just see how these go. It's a dome nut followed by a washer. Doing a tacho first because it's less important than the speedo if I mess it up. Okay. So we had donuts and washers. So I've got me nuts and washers inside a good solid dish. So look. It's just taking a little bit of manipulation. Word of a day there. Right. So you can see it's quite long bolts there. Probably should have actually removed that cable, just undone it. Okay. And there looks like our guy. I think we'll need to pull this out. Okay, it needed quite a lot of persuasion. It's a rubber boot. Now these are known as capless bulbs, I think. What I'm going to do is just check it though. I'm going to, turn the light on. Alright, it needs to have the ignition on. I'm going to turn the ignition on and then I'm going to turn that on. It's got 2 wires going into it, so it doesn't need to be earthed or anything. Alright, so I've got the ignition light. Let's turn the light on. No, see the headlight's working. That should actually work then. So that's blown or not seated correctly. Let's take it out and have a look at it. Okay, here it is. That's a capless. It doesn't have a sort of thing. It just sits in a holder in place of a cap. That's a capless. And looking at the filament, it looks okay actually, because these normally go black when they've burned out. Well, they don't go black, but what happens is you get soot on the inside of the glass, and the soot usually means you can't see inside it, but this one looks okay. So I'm going to reseat it and drive a current through it. Alright, I just took it out and put it back in because it didn't look damaged, and lo and behold, that's working. So I can put that back in now. Ideally, I suppose I could put some contact cleaner in there or something, but it is working, so I'm not going to try and fix it anymore. I'm just going to put it back as it was. So now I've got to do the same on the speedo side. So I'm not going to disconnect the speedo. I'm just going to undo the 2 dome capped nuts. Look out for the 2 washers. Sort of withdraw this upwards enough to get the rubber boot out. The speedo will have more rubber boots for these, but these are all okay, which I've checked. Okay, so I've withdrawn it. I must admit this one does look a bit blown, and if you have a look inside you can see the wiring for the other ones which don't need to deal with at the moment. So I'm going to just take this out and have a better look at it. Okay, so I've reseated it and put the ignition on. There you go, it's working. So I don't know how that happens, you know, I don't know whether it's turning the handlebars, strains the wiring or something, but who knows how that happens. But it happened to both of them, one after the other. So I will put that back and happy days.